this is Rachel Steven back with another video here on Live Study Hacks. During the summer, I had the amazing opportunity to attend a women's leadership conference at a top business school. This program was designed to get more and more women into the business field. But I learned so much in this, so many skills in this event that I would want to share them with you guys today. So in today's video, I'm going to walk through what my day-to-day life was like and some of the things that I learned and some of the things that I experienced, so it can like kind of really help you become that impactful leader that you really want to be in your life. But before we begin and we get started, please make sure to like and subscribe to this channel to help support the charity of incarcerated parents. And thank you so much for all your support and the recent growth of subscribers. And we're continuing to support this charity as much as we can and really benefit them because we really need this. We really love this charity, and with your support, we really want to give back. Without further ado, let us get started and talk about what my day looked like as a business student and kind of really living my life like this and for that day. So I woke up early and wore my suit and a nice looking top to this event. I obviously wanted to look my best as a potential future business leader. So my tip number one would be, it is so important to always dress confident so that you can radiate that personality to those around you. The day before, we had an ice cream social event. So this was primarily the theme of this event, ice cream. So I really want you guys to keep that in mind because that's what we ended up doing this whole day. I was excited to also meet so many people from before at the event on the day of. So they were like just super nice the day before. They came from all different states. We had people from Michigan, Washington State, New Jersey, and Illinois. And I just kind of started the day catching up with them and eating breakfast. And I just started meeting a lot of people from all around the world. And we'll get into the video about like there were people from like different countries even. And at 9:30, a person by the name of Megan introduced us to the event. She briefly discussed what the plan of the day would look like. We would have this case project simulation, a debrief, and then a lecture on how to present an authentic presentation by Rebecca. And then we would have a resume workshop by Carol. Then she had this fun activity for all of us to kind of do, and that was really interesting. We had to stand up and organize ourselves based on our favorite ice cream flavor, and my favorite flavor was coffee and strawberry. So I was like with that group, and we ended up really talking to each other about our favorite ice cream flavors. And then the director told us that we had to later introduce ourselves. And we found that there were so many people from everywhere. More surprisingly, there were people from Germany and Spain. The organizer event told us that this is a networking activity, and this is why it's so important for you guys to know, because this is something that you guys are going to do in college. And on your first day, you're going to start networking with people. And that she told us that since we did this activity, we already have a leg up in doing it before college. So it's important, like I said, to really start networking and meeting more and more people. And I already made a video on this, so it's super helpful if you guys kind of know how to talk to new people and get things done. Afterward, we took our picture as a group, and later I met Veda from Texas. We were talking to each other, and we had never met before, but we had so much in common. I think that's so beautiful from this event, is really getting to know people from different backgrounds. Then we went inside the room where we had this simulation. This simulation happened to be in groups, and we discussed what it would take for us to make an ice cream truck. And I would call this kind of this brainstorming phase, which is tip number 2. As a leader, you need to know how to work as a group. We went through some ideas such as what we should sell. What we decided was that we should have this Hawaiian theme to fit the weather. At the time was really hot it was really hot in the area we were at. So we had to really kind of think about what we were doing. And at the end, we kind of agreed to have shaved ice, milkshakes, and soft serve ice cream. We decided on a price and that our target audience would be the students at the school. And they would be given discounts so that they can kind of come to our food truck. So we kind of started brainstorming, and that I think went on for like 30 minutes until we kind of had to finish that up and started walking to another room. And this was probably my most favorite part of the event, and this class that I got to take on business and communication. And she was an actual professor at the school who was giving this class, and it was more on this was like more like a shorter class, and she taught us about business and communication, and she kind of told us that this was for students who are interested in the school and students who are at the school. So she was really amazing, and we started this class kind of mentioning some of the ideas that are necessary in starting a business. She began the class discussing 2 business models. One was where the environment is pretty much static and how we have to, and then another business model where things are kind of constantly changing and how we have to adapt to those things. Rebecca talked to us about how we can use research techniques and feedback to allow business to analyze, test, iterate, and adapt to allow for growth and innovation. And she kind of kept on telling us that businesses are not constant. You have to keep on changing, and that's what makes businesses so beautiful. Then we talked about how to give a business presentation. And I think this is where the meat of the whole event was, because I've just learned so many different things from this event. And it's so important to be a leader. In being a leader, you need to know how to present and get it across smoothly. Rebecca continued to talk about the importance of making eye contact, but not staring at one person, having a confident stance, and voice modulation. She also explained that to us that the format of a speech, and she said it should be like a spoken 5-paragraph essay with your introduction, 3 points, and your conclusion. You need to realize how to make these things kind of flow. So after the professor wanted us to try an activity, she had 3 different cards, and she wanted groups in the class to connect them into one presentation. And these were cards from so many different areas, so they had to create a story to kind of combine them. And it was an impromptu presentation, and they were only given 15 seconds to kind of prepare. Through this experience, we learned how group presentation should work. While if someone is speaking, the person must step forward, and then we can, and group presentations, and then the other groups have to listen. We can walk and pace ourselves in our room if we step forward, which is a lot more easier to do if you're instead of standing in one place. It's also important to kind of paint a picture and use imagery to connect with your audience. Over time, we learned how essential transitions are and moving to each point. You don't want to just have people present. You need to kind of bounce off of different people. And that's what we learned in this presentation class. And I hope you guys kind of take these tips in mind. And how also, if you walk in the center of the audience, your people's eyes are going to directly be at you. So these are some of the important tips that we kind of learned at our presentation class. Lastly, we had a class on resume building. We first looked at a perfect resume and compared it to a resume we brought with us. She also gave us important tips on formatting our dates from past to most recent. The school also has one of the best resume layouts that recruiters love. So we learned not to use verbs that are passive, like responsible. At the end of class, we looked at a wrong resume and we made corrections. Leaders must look good on paper, and that's something that that is tip number 3. That's the next tip. We should always remember to look good on paper. So I hope you can learn some new things that you can apply in your life. Whether you are high schoolers that have a side hustle in starting a business, or looking to get a summer job, which means you need a good resume, or wanting to improve your presentation skills, you all can take a little something from this video to see change in becoming that powerful leader. Well, that is it all. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I love you guys so much. And I want to thank you so much for your love and support with this channel, and I could not be doing this without you guys. And please make sure, like always, to like and subscribe to this channel to support the charity of incarcerated parents. And bye, I'll see you guys next time.